So it is said that yoga is as old as mankind, because the situation of practicing yoga is always the present moment. And that just has been discovered in India by tuning into the laws of body, mind and spirit for many thousands of years. But these laws haven't changed. So the origin is India, but the real origins are the laws of the universe. Yoga is as old as mankind.
The difficulties in practicing yoga is you have to do it. If you still live a life you've always lived and you just read about yoga, it won't work. You have to put it into practice, and that is the problem. So if you know, like the sentence what Swami Sivananda, emphasized all the time was, it's better to practice a gram than to know tons. And this is a very good sentence one should remember. So one should have patience, one should have endurance, and one should not think it's only wrapped up in a Hindu religion and that it's only for Asians. It's for humanity. It's to overcome your inner borders. Swami Visnu-dévánanda would say, you are as free as a bird. You can fly anywhere if you allow it, if you cross your inner borderlines.
For most people, yoga means doing asanas, and something to do with the physical body, something to do with fitness, and they do not know much beyond that physical aspect of yoga. Really, the real goal of yoga is world peace.
Swami Sivananda discovered the depth of yoga. He became a perfected being himself, based on a deep thirst for knowledge and to find the solution to human suffering.
Just to give you a little background on who Swami Sivananda was, he was a medical doctor by profession, and at some point, when he was around 36, he had a very strong realization in his life. He realized he could help a lot to the medical profession, but he could only do so much to relieve people's suffering. This is when the yogic tradition came into his life, and that gave him all of a sudden a new perspective on life, and he decided pretty much from one day to the next to give up the medical profession and to become a yogi. And he was very instrumental in his life to open yoga to the world, really. Swami Sivananda, being quite a visionary himself, he saw the potential of yoga to help the world. And then he decided to do something quite revolutionary. This is to open yoga to the world. And he did that by opening his ashram to Westerners. He had to undergo quite some criticism for this, But he went beyond this. He went beyond this, and that was a very big step because literally the whole world started to flow to the ashram. He trained many of his young disciples and started to send them in the world to bring the teachings of yoga. And one among these close students was Swami Visnu-dévánanda, our own teacher and the founder of the Sivananda Yoga Vedanta Centres. And he was trained by him personally for over 10 years. Swami Sivananda saw in him a tremendous potential to teach, especially the asanas. He was very keen on asanas, being very flexible and very fit. So at some point, after these 10 years of training, Swami Sivananda told him, Vishnu Swami, this is how he used to call him, now it is time for you to go to the West and teach yoga to Westerners. They are ready and they are waiting for these teachings. Now California is a place for yoga, everybody is on their heads almost, but in those days it was not at all the case, nobody knew about the yoga. He tried to find a way to make it simple and attractive to the Western mind, and he summarized the essence of yoga in 5 simple principles which can be easily integrated with a little bit of goodwill and adjustment into our daily schedule. He started with the first principle, proper exercise.
Swami Visnu-dévánanda was trained in the art of yoga at the Vedanta Forest University in India. He is a missionary who conducts classes in yoga nightly in downtown Montreal.
Headstand position, hands in triangle position, slow motion, raise the knees, hands firm, triangle position.
The yoga philosophy holds that a disciplined body is only a means to an end, the end being an elevated state of mind.
First of all, what is the purpose of exercise?
To be healthy?
But how?
Who's the interviewer? I guess just to use the body properly.
No, the main purpose of exercise is to increase circulation and to get more oxygen supply. When you do exercise, what happens? The more muscles become active, and then it gives more stimulation to the heart, and the lungs becomes more deep, and the breathing will become very deep. So you get more oxygen and circulation is increased. So our theory is you should not give too much hard exercise to the muscles, so that the heart will not be affected too much. So they followed a simple method, slow movement of the joints, which brings more circulation. When you do 100 times, 200 times, your muscles contract and relax, there will be fatigue in the muscle fibers. But here you may do 3 hours or 10 hours yogi exercises, never feel any fatigue or tiresome. You come with full of energy, you can do more work and more concentration.
Asana is defined as a firm and comfortable pose. The comfortable aspect is that you learn how to breathe and relax in the pose. The firm aspect is that you hold the pose. Both have an effect that is unique in asana. The firm holding of a pose puts pressure on acupuncture points, which then help to release the subtle life energy called prana in the nadis, which corresponds to the ki or chi of the Japanese-Chinese system and the meridians. And that energy is brought to flow, and through the relaxation you can literally direct it to any part of your body, and even more, the pranic sheath or the energy vibratory level in your body and minds are being enhanced, and you go easily through the pranayama practice, the breathing exercises, to the next level, next vibratory level. Then you learn how to withdraw more the mind inside, because these new sensations of energy being released are so fascinating that it naturally leads to an inner state of concentration, very relaxed and very deep, which then joins later the meditation practice. So yoga is an integral system in which asanas is a wonderful base to start, but it definitely leads far beyond just the physical benefits.
It is really to relax your nervous system, to rejuvenate the nervous system, so that your mind can calm down and focus. Because the whole of life really is to learn how to focus. If you can focus, you can see who you are. And if you see who you are, you find the keys to happiness. The second one is proper breathing. And in yoga, we put a lot of emphasis on breathing properly, not just because it gives you a lot of energy and stamina, but again, because of the connection between your breath and the mind. If you can somehow control your breath, means start to breathe more deeply, silently, in a rhythmic way, it will change your emotional state. And we all experience this in daily life. When we're angry, the breath gets irregular, it gets shallow, and when you're focused, the breath becomes very gentle and it flows in a rhythm. The notion which is central to the science of yoga is the notion of prana. It means vital energy or life force, and the practice of hatha yoga is mainly to learn how to stimulate that flow of energy. If that happens, you feel immediately better, because when the energy flows, the mind becomes positive. The third point is proper relaxation. Now, this is very essential to yoga. If you ask beginner students when they come to our centers, why do you come and practice yoga? And maybe 70–80% of people will tell you, because I need to relax. And you can see it on their face also, how much they need to relax. It's quite amazing how much tensions we carry in our bodies and in our minds. Tremendous. So this is an extraordinary relief for most people when they realize, wow, there is a possibility for me to relax without any pills, without any drugs, without alcohol, without my therapist. I can just learn it by myself. And so this is something that Swamiji taught us, and is very much part of the traditional approach to yoga, to learn how to slow down.
How's the Congress going?
Oh, Congress is beautiful. Our staffs are marvelous. Everyone is working hard except Swami Vishnu, who is lying in the hammock and enjoying his life.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri.
In the final relaxation of a yoga class, we give instructions to the various parts of the body, and then ultimately to the mind, to relax. Meaning you learn a new attitude towards your body, that you can be the witness of your body and teach your body how to let go. And for many people it's an amazing discovery to realize that you can do this. I can be in charge. I don't need a tape, I don't need someone else, I can do this by myself. If you can really do this, you're free. The ultimate goal of yoga is to do this on the spiritual level. You let go of any identification with your form. Can you imagine how free you feel when you don't identify with the way you look? You don't even identify with the way you think anymore. You realize these are just outer forms of myself. I am much more than this. That's really the key to freedom, and that's the ultimate realization of yoga.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshama.
The next point is proper diet. It was strongly advised by yogis to follow a vegetarian diet. Nowadays, so many people are embracing the vegetarian diet, and the reasons are known, the benefits of vegetarianism, but there are some specific reasons why yogis recommended the vegetarian diet, and basically it has to do with energies more than health. Of course, the health reasons are important. It's not that they're ignored by yogis, but they were always concerned with the vibratory level of the body. Because in order to become receptive and sensitive to the deeper part of yourself, which is very silent, so you need to become quiet to feel it. And for this, you need to have a high vibratory level. And in order to high vibratory level, you have to check what you put into your body. Really, even when you have all of this into place, meaning the proper exercise, you do something for your body, you exercise regularly, the proper breathing, the proper relaxation, and you have made conscious decision to eat better, to have a vegetarian diet, still you are left with a very important aspect of yourself to take care of, and this is your mind. So this is why the last point of the 5 points is positive thinking and meditation. The essence of meditation is to completely quieten the mind. The practice of meditation then consists in trying to watch your mind, to become the witness of the mind, to take a distance from your mind, and then you start to look at yourself, not in a judging or harsh way, but on the contrary, in a compassionate way. So the journey is really from the mind to the heart. It's a short distance, mind you, but it's long in terms of how long it will take you to go from this very busy mind to the peace and silence of the heart, the depths, really. The yogi says the self is in the heart, not the beating heart, but that deeper part of yourself which you feel when you express love and compassion. You know it's coming from a different dimension of yourself. And this is where meditation takes you. It takes you home, really. It takes you back to yourself. And then you don't need anything anymore. See, you are not in need of anything outside because you feel, I have everything I need from inside. And this is what the yogis call self-realization. So this is the ultimate purpose of the practice of meditation.
Krishnam Vande Jagatu, Shri Krishnam Vande Jagatu.